Okay, it's Rene here once again from Revv Motoring, and we are at the Road Sense event here at Harley-Davidson. And with me today we have Commander Sam T, who's from the Traffic Police. And thank you once again, Commander, for joining us on Revv Motoring. Thank you so much. In today's whole event about road sense and safety for motorcyclists, I believe it's once again not only for motorcyclists but also for anybody who uses the road in general. So for you all, can you give us an idea about what's your take on the whole motorcycle safety in Singapore itself?
I think we had a very good dialogue today. I think one of the biggest takeaway from the dialogue is there's a general consensus that the bikers group is a vulnerable group, right? Because they are not protected by the shower of the law. And I think the statistics also reveal that the bikers form a big part of the fatalities and accident rate. 74 bikers died on the road last year out of 155, and actually there's a big number, considering that the number of bikes on the road is much lesser than the other types of vehicle. And I think the group today did agree that the owners, should be on the bikers to look out for their own safety, but the other road users, the drivers, should likewise also look out for them, and give them some space, as they are on the road.
And based on today's event, with all the input you got from all the different people talking about motorcycles, cars, and things. So in terms of plans, whether it's short term or long terms, how would you see moving forward in terms of safety? How are we going to tackle this issue about road safety in general, basically?
In fact, there were many good suggestions being brought up today, And as I was listening, I was also taking notes. TP will look into some of those suggestions and factor in our policy formulation, and perhaps come up with some action plan that will engender a safer culture, and perhaps a safer environment, not only for the bikers but also for all road users.
Okay. And one question, one thing that you kind of mentioned, going over a different topic, that you mentioned about during your talk was the importing of, say, culture from different people that have in Singapore. And I believe that's one issue that we're facing right now, because as we all know that right now Singapore's car population is growing, and on top of that, we've got people, different nationalities coming to Singapore and driving as well. So we get a whole different culture of driving styles, which I think it's in some way affecting, to me, it feels road safety. So, and I believe that the Traffic Police has also taken some steps in terms of licensing and how they manage these licenses and everything else. But what's your take on that as well? I mean, how are we going to go about doing something better?
You are absolutely right. In fact, recently we just launched a new regime whereby we require foreigners who is going to drive, let's say a goods vehicle, to undergo more training, and tests before they are allowed to perform that nature of work. This is important because they need to understand our local driving terrain and also understand the norms and the styles. And this is one way that TP is looking towards. Well, I would say making sure, that the foreigners that come to Singapore to contribute to our economy, do come to Singapore and work safely and drive safely, I think, but our statistics don't show that we are overrepresented in terms of accidents or in terms of violation. I think there's certain acceptable norms, and I think as a community, I think we are doing quite well because the accidents rates have been coming down over the last few years. But I think we can do more.
Okay, once again, Commander, I don't want to cut your time. Thank you so much once again for joining us on Revv Motoring and giving us your intake on road safety. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, everybody.